Hey, Gemini, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. Gemini, the key themes showing up for you in the month of August, you have belief system, wanderlust, and you also have law of attraction. So very powerful trio here. Now I'm picking up, based on the energy of your reading, I'm getting that a lot of you, this is a turning point in your life. Gemini, some thoughts that you may have had in the past may not ring true for you any longer. If you've held on to any limiting beliefs, if you have some sort of programming that is felt at times like it's no longer aligned with what it is that you believe, this is the month that you get honest with yourself, because you have the Seven of Swords here. You also have the Truth Be Told card. So there's a lot of truths coming out. Some of you are coming out of denial. For others of you, there could be a shattering of illusions, which is going to set you on this path towards freedom. It's going to set you on this path of wanderlust here, which you have showing up. This is about you having that magic and that drive and that adventure and that excitement for life, for what it is that you do to make a living, for the people that you meet, for the experiences that you have. So Gemini, belief system is getting shaken up here, and I feel like this is the key towards your happiness. This is about your self-talk, things that you may have told yourself for years. There is a sense of awareness around the month of August that is going to enlighten you towards believing or thinking a new way about yourself or about a person or a situation that is going to connect you to your soul's desires. It's going to put you on that path of passion and creativity and love and magic. This is all about you connecting to your higher power as well. So for those of you that did feel a little bit stuck in some old programming, get ready, Gemini, because there is a reboot happening here for you. I'm getting the name Danielle, or Danielle. If that is a first name, a last name, maybe a place, please take it as it resonates. There may be something specific here for you. Please take note. All right, wanderlust. Some of you could be traveling. You could be planning towards travel arrangements. This can be creating a vision board. Now we have that Lion's Gate portal on August 8th, a very powerful time to set your intentions, create your vision. Where do you see yourself within the next 365 days? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? How can you take baby steps today to make those goals and to hit those milestones and have that manifest in your world? There's a lot of dreaming. There's a lot of visualizing happening here. And I sense that what's going on for you, Gemini, is you're seeing that there's progress being made here. So some of you have already created a vision board. I would love for you to look back on this. Take a look and see what's manifested, because some of you may have forgot about that board, or maybe it's a board that you see every single day. Maybe you've created many of them, whether it's digital or as I like to do it, I have actual poster boards, many of them that I've made over the years. You may look back and say, wow, that manifested, or that vacation, I did go on that, or that type of energy that I put in the corner of my love section, that really is starting to happen for me. So take a look at what your intentions have been in the past, because I'm also getting that some of you are reprioritizing. You may say that there's something showing up here that may not have been at the top of your priority list, but it is now. And it's something that brings a lot more adventure, a lot more joy. It could be travel. It could be a move. It could be new lands, new expeditions. It could be vacationing, backpacking. Okay, whatever this is, your soul is singing with a sense of freedom at this time to make some powerful decisions that are actually going to alter the course of your destiny here. So this is a really deep reading. Gemini, something is happening within your DNA, within your cells, within your energetic vibrations. I feel like you are upgrading, just like a computer software system. needs upgrades, right? Otherwise it's going to function slowly. It's going to get viruses. It's going to be out of date and it's not going to be up to date with what we need. I feel like you are kind of doing the same. A lot of you are hitting that, 5D frequency as well. So pay attention, because what you think about, you bring about. And again, this is that 8-8 portal. Gemini, this is all about manifestation, positive affirmations, magnetic energy, and it literally says vision board here. So really pay attention and keep that mindset in an optimistic, abundant state of mind here. Law of attraction, what you're focusing on will grow. That may be why you are taking a look at your priorities and you're saying, well, maybe I should focus more time and energy on this area of my life, whether it's family, whether it's travel, whether it's career, whether it's health, whatever it is for you, because you're seeing noticeable growth. And the more growth that you see, the more it's going to amp you up to keep on going, because towards the end of August, there are definitely results showing up here for you. You're getting honest with what you need to do about a situation. And even though sometimes that can be challenging, taking those first steps is the hardest. But once you take those first steps here, Gemini, you are going to liberate yourself, is what I'm hearing. Now, diving into the tarot, you did get a few reversals showing up here. Now I read intuitively, but there's duality. There's a flip side and a positive to each and every energy. It's up to you. Please take it as it resonates. Now you have the Four of Cups showing up in reverse. Four of Cups can be at times feeling a little bit frustrated or feeling like you may be lacking the opportunities for abundance, but I sense that there are plenty of opportunities. But when we focus on the cups that have spilt, we sometimes forget that we still have a cup that's very much, excuse me, full and waiting for us over here. But when we focus on those negative things, or in this situation, excuse me, maybe the old software, right? The old software of your system, something needs to be rebooted here in order to open you up to this new opportunity. So the Four of Cups, some of you may feel like you were wasting your time. And that's why I sense that there's a reprioritization happening here for you, because whatever it was that wasn't maybe growing, or maybe you weren't nurturing it enough, you're taking a look and saying, is this because my soul isn't aligned with this anymore? Because sometimes what happens is we have beliefs. We have beliefs that are ingrained so strongly within us that we could have it come right smack dab and hit us in the face with a clear no. That's not for us, or we've ended this cycle, or maybe we should move in a new direction. But because we want it bad enough, we tend to go against and we resist the change. We resist the flow of what we truly seek and desire, because maybe that ego says, well, I have to do that. That's what my parents said I should do. Or maybe I have to go with that career path because that's what I went to school for, or I have to do it this way. This is about you, again, taking a look at all possibilities, all resources, and not limiting your human experience. Because sometimes we choose to just show up, right? Just to show up and have the experience. But some of you, there are way more experiences with this wanderlust energy for you. So don't cap it. Don't limit yourself. Sometimes our own the thing that we trip over the most is our own mind, or our own capacity to grow, to thrive, to evolve. So don't let that hinder your progress by focusing on what you cannot do or what you don't have, because there's something real beautiful coming in right here, right in front of you. Now, some of you need a vacation, or you're needing a little bit of time out. Four of Swords does show up in reverse. So if you've been overworking, overthinking, ignoring the signs of rest, or obsessing about a situation, it's time to send that packing. That may be what you need to upgrade. There could be a strong belief system that you have to work in order to accomplish anything. Now, I'm not saying don't put, your heart and soul into something, but if it is leaving you drained of your energy, or if it is not aligned with what it is that you have for goals, maybe you want to spend time with family. How are you able to Work smarter, not harder is what I would ask you here. How can you set a belief system to match what it is that your soul truly seeks and desires at this time? Because the ego could be holding you back by a belief system that says, well, my grandparents worked, or my mother taught me that I have to have this strong work ethic, right? I've seen her do it. She worked multiple jobs raising children, as a single parent. I have to be that same way. Right? This is about your journey. And if you have any conditioning that may be hindering you, again, it's time to take a look at that, because you could be looming burnout. There could be some opportunities that you may be missing out on. Now, I use the example of work, but it doesn't have to just be work. Perhaps it is obsessing about finances, or obsessing about the future. Where are we going to move? What are we going to do? How are we, right? Sometimes we're overthinking things to the point where the overthinking can cause some mental fog. It can cause headaches. It can really affect even the vision. I'm getting here as well. Some of you pay attention to the crown chakra in the month of August, because again, law of attraction is strong here, and we can over trump what it is we truly want when our focus, because remember, that brain is the control center. When we set that focus so strongly where we really, really want it, even if it's not aligned with the soul, it doesn't mean you can't manifest it, but sometimes we start to see those opportunities that we don't want, right, showing up versus the ones we truly do. Now, you have here the 8 of coins. Some of you may be perfectionists. Some of you may be waiting for the perfect person, the perfect opportunity. You may have found yourself in a little bit of the trap where you say, well, when that happens, then I'll be happy, right? When I get that job, then I'll be happy. When I'm in that relationship, then I'll allow myself to feel loved, right? When I get here. There should not be any when, and that may be what you are focusing on shifting here with your belief system. Happiness exists right here, right in the now, right? It is up to us to be able to let go of that perfectionism or the need to have something before we feel that feeling, right? This can be, 8 of coins can be about acquiring expertise. Some of you may be taking a class. You may be talking to a professional. You may be getting wise counsel, words of advice, listening to YouTube videos. But most importantly, it is about you connecting to your higher self. And that's what we have here, your higher power. Which is within you, right? You are your own higher power. We are all connected to that divine source. Now, 8 of Pentacles can be about mastering your craft. So if you feel inadequate, or if you feel like you are incompetent with what it is that you want to move forward in, trust that you can learn. Trust that there's knowledge, there's resources, there's help, where you don't have to feel less than, because you can grow and evolve and learn along the way. Okay. Sometimes we think, well, we have to be perfect at this before we can launch this idea or this book. Sometimes we prolong it because we are waiting for us to feel on a higher level. We're waiting, for example, a book. Maybe you're trying to write a book and you've been editing it and you've been going through it, and maybe you feel like it's good, but every time you go back, you find an error or you find something that you want to change or add to. It may be important for you to hand something to someone else this month, just for them to have a double set of eyes to let you know, like, hey, Gemini, this is really good. You should put this out there. So having an extra set of hands, an extra set of eyes, having a mentor, a healer, a friend, someone who can maybe be an accountability partner could really benefit you in the month of August. We also have this 8 showing up here, which is 8-8. I feel like Spirit is actually handing you this staff, letting you know that you are good enough to do something that maybe you feel like you don't have the skills, the talents, the expertise, but really you do. And it's interesting as well. I have to mention this. Your card here from the Mystical Shaman Oracle is actually the staff. And this is really beautiful because I feel like you're being handed this task or this responsibility or this gift, not to suppress it, not to hold it in, but to share it, to be of service and to help other people out is what I feel here. When you learn how to do that, when you accept that this staff is your responsibility, which again, could be spiritual gifts, it could be you saying yes to some new opportunities, it could be taking enough time out where you are allowing yourself the freedom to imagine, you're going to feel good. You have the Four of Wands here, celebratory energy. Excuse me. This is about having that gratefulness, feeling grateful with the people that are surrounding you. It can also be the card of marriage, buying a home. It is 1111, special occasions, celebratory energy. It is communal achievement as well. So fours are all about structure, planning, foundation, and stability. So whatever this is that's being handed to you, I feel like it's going to help build upon your stability, but it may be something spiritual. Wands are all about spirit. It can be about the spiritual forces behind your career. It can be what you feel passionate about. Maybe it's a home, maybe it's a person, maybe it's your career. It's going to set you free here with the American flag. Some of you may be military. You may have moved around a lot. Some of you may be married to a soldier. You may be a soldier or your child as well. But Four of Wands is having the freedom to do as you choose, to be with who you choose, and to have this sense of togetherness and happiness. I'm also getting something with forgiveness here as well. The Seven of Swords is showing up, but it's showing up in reverse, which I like to see. I mean, no one wants to see the Seven of Swords, but I actually like when the Seven of Swords comes up because sometimes we wear a mask of illusion and we don't want to see something sometimes, or we're lying to ourselves, or we know that someone is maybe deceiving us, but sometimes we look the other way because it feels sometimes easier just to look the other way than it is to tackle something head on. Now, some of you may have certainly been caught up in an energy, whether this is a family member, it could be a coworker, it could be yourself, it could be a lover, where something was hidden from you, something was deceitful, something may have betrayed you. This is the month where you're getting honest. You're getting honest with yourself, with those around you. You're telling yourself, this is what I truly desire. This is how I'm going to make it happen. I'm getting here brutally honest, not to the point of being mean about it, brutally, right? It doesn't mean mean, but it is about doing the hard work is kind of what I sense here. And I feel like you are taking off a mask so you can let your truth, your inner truth and your authenticity of who you are on a soul level, not the you that is buried upon layer of conditioning, of hurt, of deception, of betrayal. You're getting down to the nitty gritty and you're peeling back those layers here, Gemini. And the more that you peel back those layers, the freer you become. Beautiful. Your final card here is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about noticeable growth. It shows up in the upright position. So you're moving forward from something that you either felt deceived, or maybe you were lying to yourself about. Maybe you didn't want to face the truth, or you didn't want to move forward because there's some sort of perch that you may have been kind of holding up on, kind of like a bird. A bird looms over the perch, even though it may want to fly off. Sometimes it doesn't want to fly too far from the nest, or it hangs tight out of whatever fear. You may have had some fears about taking this flight. Some of you may have had some fears about, what if I truly am authentic? Can I sell this product? Do I have this skill? Can I really go for that job? Can I build this business? Can I attract the type of love I want? Should I leave this relationship? Can I really set a healthy boundary and forgive my child or my mother, right? Whatever this is for you, Gemini. Three of Wands is about growth because you're getting honest with yourself about what your soul's desires truly are, and you're peeling back the layers of conditioning that have grown and built up over time. And sometimes that's difficult. Just like if plaque buildup, right? You have to kind of go in at times. If you're not taking daily care of teeth, right? If you're not taking that daily care, maybe doing your brushing, doing the flossing, that plaque can build up and you don't realize how much accumulates until you go into the dentist and get a professional cleaning. So some of you may be going in for professional advice and it's like, wow, this feels really good to talk to you about this, or to find a solution, or to share this, or to get this off my chest because it's been building up, but now you're scraping away that plaque that has been in your energy field in order for you to upgrade. So wow, whew. Interesting analogy there, but bear with me here. When it comes to matters of the heart, you have healing family issues, Gemini. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Some of you may have struggled with parental dynamics, mother energy, father energy, absent, emotionally absent, physically absent. Some of you have parents that have crossed over. Some of you have parents you've never met. Some of you have parents that were emotionally, again, not there for you, or they weren't able to feel safe within themselves, and they may have projected that onto you. But this is your responsibility to heal from. So some of you, this is all about you taking responsibility for your healing instead of blaming your parents for the things that you've accumulated. Remember that plaque buildup? You peeling back the layers is part of that responsibility to your own healing. It is safe for you to love. That's what Spirit wants you to recognize in this very moment, Gemini. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. The more that you peel back the layers, the more that you get honest about your truth here, the more that you can look at something not from an arrogant, wasteful standpoint. Some of you may have been around someone who spilled those cups out from you, someone who was highly arrogant or very conceited here, someone who you may regret wasting your time on, or an energy that you regret spilling your energy into. I feel like you're letting that go and you're healing from. Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. So you may be healing from something that you just felt a little bit of regret. Someone may regret the way that they've treated you as well. And there could be some sort of compromise, some sort of forgiveness, or coming together as well. Family member, loved one, friend, lover, whoever this may be for you. All right, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So whether you are looking to attract love, make the effort. Whether you are wanting to strengthen a bond in a union that's important to you, make the effort. If you are wanting to connect to yourself and love yourself unconditionally, where you are your own best friend, you feel good within your own company, and you feel content with who you are inside and out, continue making that effort. You, at the end of the day, it's your head that lays down on that pillow. It's you yourself that you are alone with, right? So even if you have someone laying next to you, this is your thoughts that are in your energy, and this is your memories, your past as well. Some of you, your past does haunt you, but I feel like you're not letting it control you. Okay, so you're letting go of some sort of haunting loss, which is, well, it's not showing up here, but there's something that may have haunted you that you're ready to let go of and upgrade. So think of it as a virus, right? That virus in the computer software system, there's some sort of reboot here. You're putting a new software system in, and it doesn't mean that you're ever going to forget that something happened here, but I feel like it's going to allow you to move forward. Make the effort. It is safe for you to love and heal those family issues. Now, when it comes to finances and money, you have the Crown card, you have the Rose, and you also have the Heart. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the Heart of Savannah. Okay, so whether this is Savannah, Georgia, or this is the name Savannah, please take it as it resonates here. I mean, it could be Savannah. Maybe you live in Africa. There's, safaris or savannas there as well. But the Heart energy is all about, well, you have counselor, you have guide. This is about you having a job that you love, Gemini. This is about you being supported on that path. Spirit supports you. Pay attention to spending, of course, because sometimes we can spend emotionally. Maybe we spend or buy things that we don't necessarily need. Again, if you are spending on items that you don't need, or it doesn't fill your cup, but you hope that it fills a void that it really doesn't, look into that a little bit further. Some of you may return a lot of items. I am getting that there could be an item that you purchase that is either too big for you, too small for you, or it's something that you get and you say, well, this isn't what I thought. You may return it, okay? Because there is something here with a return stamp, or I see you sending an item back, okay? Yeah, you are fully supported as you navigate towards doing what it is that you love, or breaking free from a situation that has caused you a little bit of distress by maybe speaking to a counselor, a soul coach, or a guide, right? The Crown card is all about you overcoming those obstacles, Gemini, whether it was a power play between someone and yourself, someone who deceived you. It could be a boss. Some of you went off on your own, I'm getting here as well, or you had to boss up in a situation and take charge of it because someone may have told you a story that wasn't true. They may have gave you, I'm getting false promises. Something didn't happen and it may have allowed you to move in a new direction. Okay. Remember that perch that we talked about? You may have been sitting on that perch for quite some time in the hopes of some sort of words or promises that never came to fruition. And now you're flying free. And that's why you have this wanderlust, because there's something here that you are moving forward, taking to the next level, taking charge of, because that is how you are going to overcome this obstacle. You have the Rose card. Some of you may have a grandma. I'm hearing Grandma Rose. Okay, Grandma Rosie, or maybe some of you had grandmas that maybe she had a rose garden, or you have a pressed rose. They're actually showing me a pressed flower. It may not be a rose, but it could be a pressed flower that you have in a book that you find in the month of August, or you've seen or come across. There could be an important message maybe on that page even, or a memory that shows up for you. I feel like that message is specifically going to be for someone out there, but pay attention to what that means for you, the feelings that come up, or again, if you read the page or a couple of words that are on that page, there could be some sort of significance there for you. This is about financial relief. It's about being content, loving care, supporting roles. This is about you growing a business, growing your reputation, growing your rapport here. So I feel whatever it is that you're doing, you're starting to bloom. You're starting to open up here. There is an opportunity here for job security and you to make something a job, whether you are maybe a photographer, some of you may be a traveling vlogger as well. There could be Airbnb, I'm getting real estate, air travel, maybe you work in the airline industry as well, marketing, you may be marketing or planning a business trip. I'm getting here, some of you may be working with a CEO that offers you a business trip for free. I mean, woo, wouldn't that be nice? So definitely a lot coming in here, Gemini, but you're thinking about your next move. And I feel like at the end of the month, you're actually taking the steps towards what that next move is. Now you have the Truth Be Told card. It's card 14, which is interesting because 14 in tarot is the Temperance card, which is all about patience. You've learned how to temper your thoughts, your mind, your behavior, your emotions. And I feel like this Truth Be Told card combined with this Seven of Swords is about you getting honest with your truth, not letting someone else's truth come in and stink up the room, right? Not letting someone else's truth. They may say, well, he said, she said, or this is my truth. That's their truth. That's their own perception, but it may not be yours. You don't have to let someone else's truth kind of come in and again, stink up the room. I feel like it's important for you to open this window to new opportunities here, but you must get honest with yourself. Okay. There's the mask. Once that mask comes off, the owl can see clearly. And I feel like, and that's actually, I think that's one of your animals here. Yes, it is. You actually have the owl and it says you can see clearly now. So I feel like there's some sort of truth, some sort of illusion, something that you were able to see, Gemini, that you weren't able to see before, that is going to allow you this upgrade. I really get that strongly here for you. So wow. All right. From the Soul Truth deck, who are you ready to forgive? I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. Remember earlier when we were talking about maybe forgiveness, forgiving parents? If there's any blame or shame of how someone treated you and maybe you are reacting in such a way because of that behavior, I feel like that's what you're letting go of. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. Who do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Today's soul action, Gemini: write a forgiveness letter, then practice the, I always butcher this, the Ho'oponopono prayer today while thinking of the person you are ready to forgive. And if you're not quite sure what that Ho'oponopono prayer is, Google it. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me, and thank you. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me, and thank you. Even if it's forgiving yourself, Gemini, for what you did not know that you now know with everything in you. Okay, there's something here that is clear as day, and it's important that you forgive, release, and move onward. All right. Now the animals showing up here, we gave you a little sneak peek already. We have owl spirit, but I do want you to close your eyes for just a moment if you can, Gemini. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Close your eyes and tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal that shows up in your mind's eye. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below. I would love to see what they are for you. Now, right away here, before I even share what animals are coming through, I was getting here bear. I was picking up on your energies as well. So even though they may not be in this deck, some of you seen a bear is what I'm getting here, whether it was a polar bear, a black bear, a grizzly bear, a koala bear, right? That may have been true for some of you. Stick it in the comment section box below. I'm also getting here dog. Some of you may have seen your own dog, a dog that's crossed over. Dogs also represent loyalty. And so it doesn't surprise me if you did see a dog. This Seven of Swords energy, this truth be told, really may resonate for those of you that did see a dog. And then I'm also getting here a dragon, which is interesting. Dragon energy. So someone may even have a dragon tattoo. Someone may be reading a book on a dragon. This could be part of maybe a logo, a business name, a dragonfly as well. Please take it as it resonates. All right, let's get to your messages here. We have owl spirit. You can see clearly. Some of you may be 43 years old, 39 years old, or 40. You have moth spirit, and this says surrender now. Yeah, that's interesting because the temperance energy, it can be about moderation, compromise, but I do feel here there is this shift happening of surrendering. And some of you, it has to do with that taking off the mask, surrendering to what is, to some sort of change, because change is inevitable. Change is the only constant that we have here. But some of you are resisting the change because maybe it feels like it'll be uncomfortable, but I feel like it'll be one of the best things that ever happened to you. And then we have mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Beautiful. So this is about you taking those baby steps, accomplishing some of those little tasks at hand that you have. Taking little steps are going to lead to a greater outcome, right? Just taking one step and putting it in front of the other. Sometimes it's the small steps. Just to get going is what you need to build that momentum. So whatever this may be for you, whether you're tackling a cleaning project in your own home, a DIY project, I am sensing that some of you want to maybe start a business or start a side hustle. Break it down into baby steps, because otherwise for some of you, that need for perfectionism can get in the way and you may prolong or procrastinate something that your soul really desires. And last but not least, Gemini, you have the staff, which I'm really excited to share this with you. Now, I am going to read the medicine and the invitation. And the medicine is, it's like the reversal. But again, I love dichotomies. I'm a Libra. I like the balance of both. And that's very important. It's not just the positive, not just the negative. But this says here, you are caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non-action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without night, no low without high, and no wrong without right. Oh my gosh, what did we just talk about? Duality here as well. Beautiful. This is the time to take corrective action, beginning with your beliefs. Whoa, Gemini, I haven't even looked at this card here or the description, but there's your belief system. This is what we've been talking about here. This is time to take corrective action, beginning with your beliefs about what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging it slightly along. Beautiful. The invitation. You know how to flow easily between polarities. You do, Gemini. I mean, you're an air sign. You can flow between those polarities. Some of you may have additional air signs in your chart as well. How to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take the first step on a journey that your heart has already embarked upon. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender, which we literally just talked about surrender with the moth here. So this is an absolutely beautiful synchronistic card that blends your entirety of your reading here. I hope that this resonates with you, Gemini. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. I would love to hear your power animals. Stick them in the comment section box below and I will enter you into that free reading giveaway. And if you are vibing with the energy of the channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so you don't miss future notifications. Thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in. Lots of love.